"Ma'am, you're fired. You can't bring your child here again." Those words echoed in Anna's head like a cruel bell that wouldn't stop ringing. She stood frozen, holding her 4-year-old son Eli's tiny hand, her heart sinking as tears welled up in her eyes. The office went quiet. Co-workers stared but said nothing. The HR manager's tone was cold, businesslike, as if she were just removing a broken machine part. Anna didn't argue. She couldn't. Her voice trembled too much to speak. Eli looked up at her with his big brown eyes, confused. "Mommy, did I do something bad?" he whispered. That question, so innocent, so pure, broke her heart into 1,000 pieces. She knelt down, hugged him tight, and said softly, "No, baby, you didn't do anything wrong. Mommy just has to find a new place to work." Anna's life had never been easy. Her husband had left when Eli was just a baby, and since then, every day felt like a battle. Working 2 jobs, skipping meals to feed her son, and trying to be strong even when she felt broken inside. She worked as a receptionist at a big real estate company. Not glamorous, but it paid the bills. Most days, she managed. But when Eli's daycare suddenly shut down after a plumbing disaster, she had no one to watch him. She begged her boss for 1 day of understanding. "Just for today," she had said. "He'll sit quietly, I promise." But rules were rules, they said. "Clients come first. We can't have a child running around," the manager had scolded, as if Eli were a stray dog. That's how, within minutes, she lost her only income and her security and her sense of dignity. Days turned into weeks. Anna applied everywhere: cafes, offices, retail stores. But no one wanted a single mother with unreliable childcare. Her savings were running out, and some nights she'd cry quietly beside her sleeping son, wondering how she would feed him tomorrow. But even in the darkest times, she refused to give up. Each morning she woke up, brushed her hair, put on her old office clothes, and said to herself, "Eli deserves better. I will make it happen." One morning, she spotted a help-wanted sign in front of a newly opened tech company downtown. She walked in with trembling hands, clutching her worn-out told the copyright. Told the copyright. The office looked sleek and modern, so different from anywhere she had worked before. The receptionist smiled and told her, "You can wait to meet Mr. Lawson, our new CEO." Anna almost turned around. CEOs didn't meet with people like her, they meet with professionals in fancy suits. But before she could leave, the office door opened, and a tall man in his mid-30s walked out. His kind eyes caught hers. "Hi there," he said warmly. "You must be Anna. Come on in." Inside, she expected the usual interview questions. Instead, he asked, "Tell me your story." At first, she hesitated, but something about his gentle tone made her open up. She told him everything: how she worked hard, how she lost her job for bringing her son to work, how she was just trying to survive. When she finished, there was silence. Mr. Lawson leaned back, thoughtful. Then he said something that made her heart stop. "You know, a broken bar. I was that kid." Anna blinked, confused. "What do you mean?" He smiled softly. "When I was little, my mom worked as a cleaner in an office. She didn't have childcare, so sometimes she'd bring me with her. I'd sit in the corner while she scrubbed floors. One day, her boss fired her for it. I remember how she cried that night, but she never stopped trying. She raised me alone, and because of her, I built this company to be different." He paused, then looked straight into Anna's eyes. "So when you tell me you brought your son to work because you had no choice, I don't see a problem. I see strength. I see love." Anna's eyes filled with tears. For the first time in a long time, someone saw her not as a burden, but as a mother doing her best. Mr. Lawson continued, "If you're willing to work hard, we'll make this work. We have a daycare room right here in the office. You won't have to choose between your child and your job again." Anna couldn't hold it anymore. She broke down crying, right there in the office. "Thank you," she whispered over and over, clutching her hands together. Weeks later, she started her new job as an office coordinator. She arrived every morning with Eli, who would wave goodbye as he went into the small playroom filled with toys and books. The company had built it for parents like her, a place where children could stay safely while their moms and dads worked. Anna flourished in her new environment. She was efficient, kind, and full of quiet determination. Everyone noticed. She brought warmth into the office and coffee for coworkers who were having a bad day. One afternoon, Mr. Lawson called her into his office again. "You've been doing an incredible job, Anna," he said. "I'd like to promote you to office manager. You've earned it." Her eyes widened in disbelief. She nodded, speechless. Months later, on a company family day, she stood with Eli in the courtyard as he played with the other children. Mr. Lawson stood beside her and said softly, "Your story reminds me of my mom every day. She would have been proud to see this." Anna smiled, tears glistening in her eyes. "And you remind me that there are still good people in this world," she said. The sun was setting, painting the sky in soft orange hues. Eli ran up, holding a drawing. "Look, Mommy, I drew our family." On the paper, there were 3 stick figures: Anna, Eli, and Mr. Lawson, all smiling. Anna looked at the picture, then at her son, and finally at the man who gave her hope again. For the first time in years, she felt truly safe.